Hey guys, how's it going? I want to talk about why parental estrangement is pretty tough overall for some people, and I think probably for most. And this applies to those of us that wanted kids, that looked forward to them, that established family traditions, look forward to birthdays, holidays, etc. And maybe you and your kids made a certain cookie every Christmas and celebrated Mother's Day a certain day, or you looked forward to planning their birthdays and such. And I'm going to say that that's amazing. You should really be proud of yourself that you sacrifice for the well-being of another person. And if our sons and daughters say, well, that's just normal, that's what you're supposed to do when you have a baby, I'll say, not everybody does. Certain women are not maternal, and some parents just don't care. So anyways, what makes it really tricky is that our sons and daughters were part of our future plans. Well, we are no longer a part of theirs. And so what do you do when you've had the same tradition for the first 18, 20 years of their life and they're no longer around, and now Christmas is coming? And where you normally hung a stocking, or you normally decorated, or you normally did a certain thing on Christmas Eve, maybe you go to church, which is what we did with my grandmother. The plans have changed. And what happens when we're sitting there going, what do we do now? And I'll tell you, it's tough. In the first year, you really have to be gentle with yourself and give yourself a break and give yourself time to cry and to grieve. I think after the first year, that's 365 days plus how many hours plus how many minutes, think about it. I think the second year, it's time for you to get back up on that pony, because you can't get up on the horse because you're just not quite ready, but you got to get up. And you have to now think, what do I want my Christmas to look like? And what do I want my birthday to look like? And even when their birthdays come around, sometimes you can take the day and celebrate it as the day you gave birth, but it's going to be different. But I'll tell you what, when you move out of your parents' home into your own place and you're finally able to decorate the way you want, it's kind of like you now have an opportunity to create a life and fill it with things you like without having to think of someone else. So for instance, my husband and I, we had to shop for a new bed. And what do I have to do? I'm not single anymore, so I have to consider his feelings. So we have to find something we're both happy with. And when you're talking about a bed, when one person likes it firm and you like a pillow top, you know what I'm saying? So it's not that I don't enjoy sharing a space with my husband, but there is a sacrifice. So when your kids leave and you're flying solo and you have extra room at your home, and it's a room you can turn into something you really like, think about it. Just put a vision board out there and just write down things that you really enjoyed doing as a little girl or a little guy. What did you... I used to collect stickers and I put posters on the wall, and now you can have a room and you can paint it whatever color you want, or a multitude of colors. You can do whatever you want. So anyways, look at the bright side. I know it's tough, and I know it's not what you expected, but everything will be okay. All you got to do is focus on the future and not necessarily on the past, and that's all there is to it. I will be back.